people that basketball can be a platform for community to come together, make moves.
Hi guys,
The spirit of the
might be
NBA.
live here. Let's see something. So just waiting for somebody to join the stream. In the meantime, there's a gift I got my brother, one of my younger brothers. It's a PlayStation Store gift card. I don't know, I'm not good with gifts, I guess, but that's the best thing I could think of. Hopefully it's good enough. But yeah, let's see. We're waiting for the other co-host to join the chat. I mean, just wanted to talk about the Vikings-Bears game. I'll be honest, I didn't really watch the game as much. I didn't really. I mean, I did watch the game, but I was kind of at a loud place at a bar, so it's kind of hard to pay attention sometimes at those places. I saw the touchdown to Emir. Is that the wide receiver's name? Emir or something? I don't know if he just got activated or he's been on the bench, but that was pretty cool. Let's see, what's his name? Something Smith. Emir Smith Marsetti. That was pretty dope to see him do that. That was, yeah. And then Justin Jefferson had a touchdown too, but the total score for us, or the total offensive yards, were only 193, and Kirk Cousins threw for 87 yards, I believe, 89 yards. And then I mean, it was just a really low offensive scoring game, but we came out with the win. Obviously, the Bears were struggling just because they they actually had 393 yards of offense, I believe. But let's see. They actually had 393 yards of offense, I believe. But 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 nice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what the background. It might be. You need to just put your headphones on. Then.
You I put my headphones on.
Yeah, let's see if that takes the noise away.
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know what's the background. It might be.
I think it went away.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And there's no weird noise for you either?
Nope, there's no noise.
Okay, nice. Technical difficulties are fixed. Um, so I mean, basically what I was saying was the Vikings were able to win. It was a good win for us. I mean, I don't know if it was a good win, it was an ugly win for us. But at the end of the day, we still won the game. So to me, I'll take that win and I'll just be happy with it. I'm not gonna complain. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because we did beat the Bears, and to be honest, I watched the game, but I only saw the first touchdown. And the second touchdown I saw it, but like I wasn't really completely paying attention. That's why I was surprised when I found out that we only scored, or we only had 87. Kirk Cousins only threw for 87 yards, 89 yards, and then our total offense was only 193 total offensive yards. Yeah, what did you think about that?
Wait, what did I think about what?
Because even though we won, Kirk Cousins only had 89 total offensive yards. Um, and then we only had 193 total yards from offense. So it's like, I mean, we won the game, but like offensively, we didn't really do much, and we were kind of like a really bad offensive night. So I mean, what did you think about that? The game.
Yeah, to me, I feel like the way the Vikings are playing, it's good that we won, but we're not gonna be able to win against the Rams and the Packers. We're not gonna be able to beat them by the way we're playing. I mean, I know during the season we've been we've been playing good teams close, but yeah, against the Rams and the Packers, we're definitely gonna lose. We're not gonna win because all season we've been playing good teams close, but we don't know how to completely beat a team.
I know. To be honest, that's the same. I mean, for me, that's the same way I feel as far as us not being able to beat a team completely. And that was like the ugliest win. To be honest, that's why I'm surprised the Bears didn't win. Like, what mistakes were they making that they couldn't win the game? Because, like, the fact that we won the game when we only had 87 total passing yards and then 193 total yards, they had 373 offensive yards. That is crazy. I mean, that's a good thing for us that we can win games like that. But at the same time, that's like the ugliest. That might be one of the ugliest win for this season I've witnessed. I mean, Kirk Cousins still threw for 2 touchdowns, even though it was only 89 or 87 yards. Let me see for the Bears. They had 1 touchdown. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell the Bears were doing. It's like, was there fumbles? Like, why were they? How come they didn't score? I mean, at the end of the day, though, to me, a win is a win, and I will say, oh damn, they did have 3 fumbles lost, so I guess they were fumbling the ball. But I don't know. Against the Rams next week, to be honest, as much as people think we should lose,
Yeah, I mean, right now, we're actually in the playoff picture.
I don't know.
So, I mean, for me, to be honest, for me, when we lost our 7th game, I thought we were out of the playoff picture. So, I mean, I guess we still have a chance to make the playoffs, but the way we're playing, I don't think we're gonna do anything in the playoffs if we do make it, we're gonna exit the first round.
I know that's what I'm saying. We only have 3 games remaining. First of all, we would have to, because for me, I think the only reason we're in the playoffs is because we're 7-7, and the teams. There's one team I believe that's out of the playoff, that's in the playoff picture hunt. That's 6-7, I think, or I don't know if they're 6-7 or something. That might have actually been the Eagles. So like, soon as if we lose these last 3 games, we're gonna definitely not be in the playoffs anymore. But to me, I somehow feel like we actually could beat the Rams. Surprisingly, I feel like we could beat them.
I mean, probably what's gonna happen is we're gonna play them close, and then the Rams are gonna beat us. I'm not gonna. I've seen enough this season. To me, the Vikings have shown what kind of team they are. So I don't want to like believe we can do something, and we're gonna like end up not not even showing up.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but to me, that's what I mean. Yeah, for me, it's more about just I don't want to be disappointed. But in reality, the Vikings have the talent, and at any given time, I feel like we could actually play a good game and make the playoffs. So it's like we just have to actually put together a good game, which is very highly unlikely. I mean, even against the Bears, even though we beat them by 10 plus points, 17-7, I think, right, was the score. I still feel like the way we're losing is just like, I mean, the way we're winning is just like not good, and the way we're losing is not good either. So it's like, yeah. I'm trying to find a good playoff
Yeah,
endings.
I mean, we should be happy we won the game without Adam Thielen.
That is wait, is it coming back next week or?
I mean, hopefully he comes back because we're gonna need him if we wanna win. If we wanna win the remaining 3 games of the season.
Yeah. I mean, for me, let me see. Okay, so the Rams. Who else do we play?
The Bears and the Packers.
Okay, so at least I know we can beat the Bears again, even though that's even
To be honest, that's what I'm saying. To be honest, the Bears. I mean, yeah, I mean, you would. It's easy to say we can beat the Bears, but trust me, with the Vikings, there's no guarantee. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait and see.
I know that's true.
So you might think they're gonna show up, and then they're not even gonna show up. We might end up losing the remaining 3 games of the season, or we might actually maybe even beat the Packers twice.
To be real,
they're unpredictable.
Yeah, and to me, now that I think about it, the way you just mentioned it, the Vikings might actually lose the remaining 3 games. Just because the Vikings, to me, their problem is not that we're not good. It's just I feel like they can't handle pressure, or I don't know what it is. Like, as soon as they figure out, like now that we're in the playoffs, as soon as they figure out that we're in the playoffs, and like Coach Zimmer tells them, "Hey guys, all we need to do is win the rest 3 games, and we'll be in the playoffs." They're gonna choke. If they don't have a chance to make the playoffs, then they'll find a way to like at least win their 3 games. But I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It depends on what Vikings show up, because to me it seems like the coaching, the play calling, everything, when we actually are predicted to be a good team and like we have a chance to do something, we completely fold and mess up. And it's like when everybody thinks we're a bad team and we don't have anything working for us, we find a way to win. So if people start praising us and saying that, oh, the Vikings might make the playoffs, blah blah, we're gonna probably just lose all 3 games. But to be honest, I'm gonna just be hopeful. I don't care. I mean, my goal is to just be hopeful, even though I know I'm gonna get disappointed at the end.
Yeah, for me, I've already crossed out the Vikings. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with myself. I'm not gonna allow the uh, right now we're on a 2-game winning streak. It's good that we're on a 2-game winning streak, but the the Rams and the Packers are gonna mess us up.
I know that's especially Aaron Rodgers, the second time against us. I think they were the first team to clinch a playoff anyway. The second time against us.
Yeah, right now they're the only team that have clinched a playoff spot.
I'm just gonna put it this way: if we beat the Packers twice, we're definitely making the playoffs. I don't care if we lose to the Rams. If we beat the Packers next week, we're making the playoffs, and we're gonna actually do damage maybe in the playoffs.
Yeah, if we beat the Packers, yeah, we probably should make the playoffs if we beat the Packers twice. I mean, to be honest though, if we don't make the playoffs and we beat the Packers twice, I'm not gonna be that mad that we didn't make the playoffs because
I
I don't know. To me, the Packers. To me, beating the Packers is one of the things that I look forward to every season.
I know that's what I'm saying because the Packers. It's like when we beat them, how crazy it was in the stadium because it's like they always expect to win. When we beat them, it's like, oh, how do you feel, Packer fans? So it is good to beat them, but I don't know, man. To me, man, it's gonna be this. Because the funny thing is, if we win this 3 games and we make the playoffs, Zimmer might not get fired. Kirk Cousins might stay. But if we win this rest the remaining 3 games and make the playoffs, or even if we make the playoffs somehow without winning because I think we just have to win 2 games to be honest for me.
Yeah, I think as long as we win 2 games, we should make the playoffs.
Yeah, so like I feel like they might not fire Zimmer, and then they might not let Kirk Cousins go. But to be honest, I don't know if that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be even if that happened, I definitely want Zimmer fired from. I don't care. Zimmer needs to go. Like after this season, Zimmer needs to go. I don't care. Whether we make the playoffs or not, he needs to go. But to me, for Kirk Cousins, that's a tough one. I don't know what I want to happen at the end of the season because it's going to be hard to find another quarterback. Even if Kirk Cousins messes up a lot, what quarterback can we find unless we want to rebuild? I can just start completely over. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think we should keep Kirk Cousins. We shouldn't let him go.
Yeah, it's gonna be, even though for me, I still feel like we should have a talk with him and just let him know, hey, obviously, like we're gonna bring you a new coach. We're gonna do everything in our power. We have 2 best receivers. We have a running back that's really good. Our defense can get better. Hopefully, they improve. But like your window of opportunity is running out because they gave Kirk Cousins a talented team, and he's been now this is his 3rd year, and he hasn't done anything with it at all. Even Case Keenum and all those other crappy quarterbacks we had did way more than Kirk Cousins could do with a good team.
Who?
Case Keenum. I think Sam Bradford. Maybe I forgot what the other quarterbacks we've had. That one year we made the NFC North. We didn't even make the NFC North championship. Whenever that year we played the Eagles wasn't that when we made the NFC? Yeah, I think we did make the NFC North championship. Or did we not? All I know is that year we played the Eagles, where we lost in the playoffs to them. That year was Case Keenum, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then has Kirk Cousins? I think Kirk Cousins has made the playoffs. He's made the playoffs at least once, hasn't he?
You said has Kirk Cousins made the playoffs?
Yeah.
I think he made. Yeah, I think he's made the playoff once, and I think we won 1 game.
Sure. I feel like it was like when we finished like 9-7 or something, and then we lost the first game in the playoffs. I have to rewatch, but I'll actually give him a little credit if he's won 1 game in the playoffs, which I doubt with us. But to me, he's had a good 3 years with good team. Maybe our defense kind of fell off this year and then even the previous year, but I still feel like he's had a very good team to not have made the playoffs enough. And yes, for me, we just need to let him know, like, hey, you literally have one of the best teams in the NFL. What are you doing? And
Yeah,
yeah, and I mean,
we just need to bring in a coach that's gonna be able to coach Kirk Cousins to
I know,
make for us to have success in the playoffs.
I know, yeah. I'm trying to think because, yeah, to me also to be honest, our defense also has been struggling. To be honest, because our defense, trust me, they give us some. I know it's sometimes it's because we're not doing anything on offense, but our defense be giving up some big plays. So our defense needs to improve a lot going into next year, or at least going into finishing this season off and going into the playoffs. And the funny thing is, if any other team was 7-7 and they had a chance to make the playoffs, I would actually believe that they have a chance to win the Super Bowl. The Vikings, there's no way. Like, I don't know. It's like we almost have to have a perfect season for me to believe we can do anything in the playoffs. Okay, so it looks like my brother's laptop turned off. But yeah, I mean, what I was saying was the Vikings are one of those teams where it's like you have to have a perfect season, like 12-4 or 12-4. Yeah, 12-4 in the previous. Now it would have been like 12-5, 13-4, maybe 11-6 at the worst. For me to believe we have a like legitimate chance of beating any teams. I mean, because even if we make the playoffs, I feel like we're just too inconsistent. That's basically what I'm trying to say. We're just inconsistent. Like we haven't done anything, in my opinion, to be consistent enough for me to believe when the playoffs come, we'll all of a sudden start to win. So yeah, my prediction is, to be honest, we'll win 2 games. Hopefully, beat the Packers and then the Bears. I don't know if we'll beat the Rams. To be honest, I'll be honest. I think we might lose to them. But if we beat them, that would be a very good win for me. I would definitely be so happy to take that win. I do think we'll make the playoffs. I mean, they did add an extra team to wild card, I believe, and obviously they added an extra game in the season, so 17 games. Because otherwise, in a regular season, 16-game season, I don't think we'll no way in hell make the playoffs. We're 7-7, which means the best would have to finish was 9-7. I guess you can make the playoffs with that, but I would almost likely bet that we would have finished like 8-8 or something. So hopefully we do make the playoffs. Yeah, and then I just want us to win this game against the Rams. I doubt we will. I think we're actually going to lose to them and then beat the Packers and the Bears. For sure, beat the Bears. I don't know. We might even lose to the Packers, but it's a good conversation, I guess. We just have to wait to see till Sunday against the Rams and see. I mean, if we make the playoffs, these podcasts are going to get way more exciting, or these videos about the Vikings. So hopefully we do make the playoffs. Peace.